Hello family! Today I'm going to be sharing my chili recipe so that when I pass across the Rainbow Bridge, that you guys will still be able to make my famous chili. So I'll try to get the recipe down pat today and actually use measurements so that you guys can make it again. I'm going to adjust my camera here. Yeah, that's about as low as it goes. So maybe we'll put it over here. Oh yeah, you can see my cutting board now. That's perfect. There we go. Let's get it. Let's move the kettle. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, here's my hamburger. It's 90-10, because I don't drain the grease. So don't get the 80-20 because it'll be too greasy. I'm gonna cook that first, my hamburger. Okay, while the hamburger's cooking, I'm gonna chop up probably 2 onions and 1 green pepper and 1 jalapeno, or jalapeno as I call it. 2 good sized onions I'm gonna chop up. So bear with me. And magic! 2 peeled onions. I'm going to chop them up now. As you can see, we've got a rather coarse chop here on the onions. We're going to use my little scooper. I think, I got to remember, where are my scoopers from? It's Rachel Ray. It's a Rachel Ray scooper. It's a doozy. It's handy. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's 1 onion. We'll pause for a moment. Okay, here goes onion number 2 with the Rachel Ray scooper. Yeah. Okay. There we go. I keep disappearing from the camera, but it's the only thing I can do. I don't know how else to do it. Oh, there's a pause button. I forgot to mention that the hamburger is 2.3 pounds of 90-10, $13. Okay, next we're gonna do a green pepper. So gotta clean out the insides. There we go. Got all the seeds. Now we're gonna chop. Be back soon. Okay, got a rough chop on our green pepper here. About half the green pepper, so I gotta do the other half. Okay. Okay, here's the other half of the green pepper, roughly chopped. Next, we're going to tackle 1 large jalapeno. Be back. Okay, here's our 1 large jalapeno. I have this little remote, but it ends the video, so I've been pausing, which means I have to move my finger over here to the phone and pause it. So otherwise, it creates a whole bunch of individual videos that I'll have to splice together, which maybe that's not a bad idea. So anyway, I'm going to use the remote this time. I'm back. So I'm going to clean out the jalapeno with a spoon. That's how you scrape out the seeds. Don't forget to scrape out the seeds or it'll be too hot. Bye. Okay. So I've scraped out all the seeds, as you can see. Now it's going to be time to chop. Okay, a couple things to remember on the jalapeno. Try a little piece. Just see how hot it is. That's not hot at all. Because if it's super hot, you can just not put it all the jalapeno. And the other thing is remember your fingers. if it's super hot, your fingers are gonna be spiced or all hot as well, or have the jalapeno on it. And then if you touch your eyes, it's gonna burn. Okay. Of our cooking onions, jalapenos, green peppers, and hamburger. That's what it looks like so far. Okay, I've got 4 cloves of garlic, and I'm going to use the garlic crusher. Hold on a second. It's best to use the garlic crusher because it'll give you more garlic flavor by crushing it than just chopping it. I forgot to mention, when you peel your garlic, you smash it with a knife like this. Psh, psh, psh. So I've got 4 garlic cloves here that I'm going to cut the ends off of it, and then we'll put it in the garlic press and add it to the chili mixture. We'll put it in just like this. Put 1 or 2 in at a time. I'm going to do 2. Whoops, 2 of these. And then you smash it like this. Okay, we've got the hamburger, the green pepper, the jalapeno, the garlic, and the onion. And now I'm going to show you what I do with this little thing. Here, hold on. Okay. Now we got to kind of break up the hamburger. Mackenzie, oops, there we go. There we go. Now you can see it. Mackenzie bought this little gizmo, which is quite handy for breaking things up. So I'm going to continue to break up and be back. Whoa! Okay, since I agreed to measure things, this is the Worcestershire sauce. And I'm going to do probably, I've got 1/3 of a cup measurement here. So we'll see if I get all the way to the top. Okay, I did 1/3 of a cup of Worcestershire sauce, which seems like a lot, but it's really not. So just follow the recipe. Okay, next I'm going to do 2 cups, I'm going to measure it, of organic beef broth. Yummy. You should always taste your organic beef broth. Oh, that's good. Next, you can use the organic Better Than bouillon, but don't put too much because it's very salty. But I put a big scoop in there, just the organic one. It's probably not great, but it adds a nice beefy flavor. I said I was going to add measurements. I did about 1/4 to 1/3 of a cup, probably 1/3 of a cup of this. But be careful, don't taste it before you salt. I haven't added salt yet, and this is very salty. Okay, here goes my spices. You got to do the Williams original chili, and this is for 4 pounds of meat. Even though I didn't have 4 pounds, you still want to add that. Then we're going to do a tablespoon of cumin. We're going to do probably a teaspoon of smoky hot chili powder, and another teaspoon of smoked paprika, and probably 4 or 5 bay leaves. Change on the cumin, I'm going to do 1 teaspoon. Okay, I did 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of spicy and hot chili powder. You get these at Trader Joe's, or TJ's as I call it. And then I did 1 teaspoon of cumin. There we go. And now I'm going to do 1 packet of the chili seasoning, 4 pounds for 4 pounds of meat. Now I'm going to do 1 bottle of Mother's Oktoberfest, Mother's Brewing Company. This ought to be delicious. Okay, I'm taking the small package out of here. This one right here. I'm going to add it next. Chocolate. dark chocolate. Oh, it's not only dark chocolate, it's 85% cocoa. I forgot to mention on the beer, you can use any kind of beer you want. So, anyway. I'm gonna do 5 bay leaves. Actually did 4 bay leaves. They were pretty big ones. I always root around for the big ones. Next, 1 tablespoon of kosher salt. Next, I'm gonna do probably 10 good grinds of cracked pepper. Actually did 20 grinds. Now I'm gonna do this certified peeled San Marzano tomatoes, 2 cans, and then I'll use my little smasher to break them up. Be back. Okay, those are whole tomatoes, as you can see, so you gotta use this little gizmo to bust them all up. Oops, I wasn't on camera. There we go. See how I'm busting those tomatoes up? Because they are whole. Okay, be back. Okay, not sure if I mentioned it, but I did 2 cans of those tomatoes, 2 large cans. And look how rich and thick and chocolatey and yummy this is looking. Oh boy, it's gonna be good. Next I'm gonna do a large can of tomato puree, which is a thick tomato sauce. And a can of all-purpose crushed tomatoes, a big can. So I'm gonna put these 2 in next. Okay, next I'm gonna do organic dark red kidney beans from Woolly World. I'm gonna do 3 cans of kidney beans and 2 cans of organic black beans. I'm gonna wash them in the sink in a colander though, get all the slime off. You can see that I'm washing the slime off the beans. Whoops, there we go. And we'll be putting this whole thing in that big pot. Lots of beans, 5 cans. So 3 cans of kidney and 2 cans of black. Okay, here's the last secret ingredient. Brown sugar, 1/3 of a cup. Okay, here's my last secret tip. You got to put the chili in this big Le Creuset expensive pot. No, it doesn't have to be the expensive kind. Put the big pot, and then the pot gets the lid, and then it goes in the oven for a couple hours. That way it doesn't burn on the bottom on the stovetop.